this envelope are predictions written by Penn and Teller about tonight's show. I asked them 3 questions. Will we see 4 amazing magicians tonight? Will any of them fool Penn and Teller? And will I get sawed in half? I'm supposed to wait till the end of the show to open this, but I just can't wait that long. Yes, no, uh-oh. Wait, really? That can't be right. I gotta talk to these guys right now. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 magicians who hopefully get it wrong from time to time, Penn and Teller! That performs a trick that fools Penn and Teller earns a spot performing in their Las Vegas Magic Spectacular, plus an official Fool Us trophy. If they fool me or the rest of you, they don't get squat. With that in mind, let's meet our first magician.
I'm Hans Klok, the fastest magician in the world. I can do 15 illusions in 5 minutes. That's a stage show worth of magic in the time it takes to make a coffee. It's a gimmick, of course. You need one if you do big magic like me. It's important that you have a certain image with the green machine and the shirt too far open. But don't take it too serious. I think I will fool Penn and Teller, but I don't know because they're very clever, these guys. It's a scary thing because things can go wrong and sometimes do. So who knows? Maybe they will be frightened by me.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My escape looked impossible. But because I'm standing here in front of you now, of course it was not. Working at the speed I do has an element of danger. Things can go wrong and sometimes do. You've probably heard the stories. Magicians dies attempting to catch a bullet. Another drowns in a water-filled tank. The trick I'm about to show you right now is so dangerous I would never ask anybody to do it but myself. I will balance my entire body on the tip of a sword, a feat that requires total concentration. If I lose focus, I lose my life. Fine. I'm completely fine. Thank you.
I feel like interviewing you is kind of not the right thing to do right now. Like, maybe you need a medic?
Maybe, yes, I should see a doctor first.
Okay, well, that was definitely something I will see over and over again when I try to go to sleep tonight.
I'm sorry for that. It's a bit in the Penn and Teller style.
Yeah.
They love blood, so.
So you're the world's fastest illusionist.
Yes.
Wow.
A producer in Holland asked me how many illusions you can do in 5 minutes. So I started with doing 8, and then it became 10, and I start slow, and then we speed it up. But then still you also have to perform, and it's of course my style, the Hans Klok style. It's a little bit over the top, you know, and the shirt is too wide open, and the hair is too long, and the wind machines, and the beautiful girls around it.
Yeah.
But don't take it too serious, you know, it's
definitely.
entertainment.
It's great. Well, Hans, it's time for Penn and Teller to take a stab at solving your trick.
Thank you.
Hey, Hans.
How you doing?
I want to thank you. My daughter went over to see your show and loved the show and insisted I come back and take her again. So I'll be at your show very, very soon.
You're always welcome.
And that also tells people here that you're one of our magic siblings performing here in Vegas. And we do know you. And for people at home, we didn't know that you were going to be on. We're not allowed to know that. But people who are friends of ours are allowed to come on. Otherwise, we would have very few people on the show.
Right.
And when it comes to big illusions, no one is better, and certainly no one is faster, and certainly no one has better hair than you.
Thank you.
The first trick made us laugh a lot because that trick is called assistant's revenge. And the way that's normally done is that the assistant is tied up and then in reverse it becomes a magician. You've turned it back around, so magician's revenge on the assistant.
Right.
And it's a cutting edge version. It was a wonderful version. And the impalement, you do that great thing of putting yourself in danger, which is really very, very exciting, which allows you to do the assistant's revenge backwards first because you get the final payoff of you're now standing on stage with a sword sticking through your stomach. So, we will be over to the Excalibur to see you. I'll bring my daughter back again. We love you so much, but do not think you fooled us because, you know, with big stage illusions, it's wicked hard.
It is. But thank you for being here. It was great, and I loved the show, so.
Great. Well, we
Have to be
loved
there.
having you. Please get to a medic soon.
I will go to the doctor, yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Hans
See you.
Klok. Be right back. I just have to go grab a world-class magician. I'll have him ready to go when Fool Us returns. Welcome back to Fool Us. Say hi to our next hopeful Houdini.
My name's Michael Barata. I'm from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I'm a magician on and off the ice. Yes, a Canadian that plays hockey. I know, it's very typical. Anxiety runs in my family. It really halted my career at one point until I learned how to deal with it. You know, sometimes like a car needs a tune-up. Sometimes someone's mind needs a little bit of a tune-up. And I actually went to talk to a professional. It was probably the best decision I could have made. When I'm on stage, I feel really relaxed. It's a great way to cope with everything. And it really allows me just to focus on the audience and enjoy myself. To fool Penn and Teller would be an absolute dream come true.
Please welcome Ottawa's own Michael Barata.
Thank you. Allison, I've always dreamt of performing a big illusion on a Vegas stage. You know, like making someone appear, disappear, a levitation, cutting someone in half. But don't worry, I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Not since the incident. But the one I love, and what we're gonna attempt today, was actually made famous by Harry Houdini, the metamorphosis. And that's when two people would switch places in an instant. I came up with my own way of doing the metamorphosis. I brought 2 markers, 2 envelopes, and 2 picture frames. So we'll start with the markers first. I'll take one and you take one. And to do my version of the metamorphosis, we're gonna need to draw 2 people. And Allison, seeing we're both here, I thought that we would draw each other.
Okay.
So I'll start, which means I need you to strike a pose. I love it. I just need to focus. Here we go. Okay, so far so good. Already looks just like her. We'll draw some lovely hair, yes. She's got sparkling eyes, pert nose, and a glowing smile. And we'll finish it off. And just so you know, this is actually my daughter's favorite trick. Her name's Alexis. I named her that because that's the type of car I could drive if I didn't have kids. But it's done. It looks so much like you. Oh. She's speechless. I'll flip it over and I'll sign my work. Now it's your turn. You get to draw me. Okay, I'll hold these here for you, and you can just draw away. Go.
Okay.
Okay, a nice egg-shaped head, thanks, it's nice of you. How about a little bit of hair? That would be nice. Oh, just a little peach fuzz, that's good, okay?
Gotta have ears.
Yeah, very nice ears, excellent. Awkward-looking smile, go ahead, yeah. For the body, too, probably quite muscular.
Right.
Very scrawny, okay. Wow, you've really captured my essence.
You wanted hair.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, like any great artist, we'll get you to sign your work. Go. Yes. Awesome.
I don't know what that was.
Now, we've done a lot over the last few minutes, so at this point, I think it's really important that we recap. Lastly, we have these envelopes. Both are empty, but can you double check? Reach inside the first envelope, Allison. Empty?
Yes.
It is. And the second envelope, it should also be empty. Double check, reach inside.
Yeah.
It is. We'll start by taking your amazing drawing that you drew of me, and it goes inside the first envelope like so. You're gonna hold it one arm on each side, right in front of you. Excellent. Then we'll take my incredible drawing that I did of you, and it goes inside the second envelope. And here's where the metamorphosis begins, because we want my picture to incredibly switch places with your picture. So to do that, you're gonna keep holding with your left hand. And with your right hand, you're gonna put it up in the air like this. You're gonna turn your palm toward me. And you're gonna stick out your favorite finger.
Oh, do thumbs count as fingers?
That works. Okay. Hold it there. I find this part of the trick quite touching. Aww. It's done. I felt it. Lower it down. Reach inside, Allison. Pull the picture out, because the metamorphosis is complete. I have yours, you have mine. Give Allison a big round of applause as well.
Thank you. Michael Barada! Wow. We were so good.
Oh, thank you very much.
Don't you think?
I try.
So do you prefer a helper that can draw or not?
I like someone who's just gonna have fun up here, such as you. It doesn't have to be like a Picasso or anything of that nature.
What went through your mind when you got the call to be on the show?
I was so excited. It was just, my whole career flashed almost before my eyes. And, you know, here I am performing in front of two of the greats.
Have you performed in Vegas before?
Never. This is a first.
How does that feel? This is
so
your first,
cool.
And this is your first Vegas performance.
Yeah, so cool, so cool.
Pretty big.
Yeah, it was just something that's been on my checklist forever, and now I get to check it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna see if Penn and Teller know how you did your trick.
Right on.
Boys.
Michael, great trick, really funny, got good laughs in a room that's hard to get laughs in. and you did a good job and a very nice drawing. You know, behind you, when we're doing bits, I often don't look behind us at all at what's up there.
Yeah.
And, but there, behind you, there was Monk the Scream, and there was Monet, but you weren't inspired by any of them. You were inspired by a slightly lesser-known artist named Gene Anderson, I think, for some of this. Your style of drawing, your style of working, very, very inspired by him.
Oh, yeah.
And love the trick, and I don't know why I feel like saying this, but I just do. You know, I like birds. There's something about birds that bothers me, and it bothers me so much, and that is that birds don't have arms. And that makes me creeped out by them walking around with no arms. Oh, they got those wings, and those wings will flap, but they don't have arms, and that bugs me. I don't know why I said that, but I don't think you fooled us.
I don't think I fooled you either. But this was so much fun.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Two of the greats. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Barada.
Thank you.
Hold on for more Hocus Pocus, more magic after the break. Welcome back. Take a look at our next world-class act.
I'm Hedney from Norway. Ever since I was young, I had two passions, music and magic. So now I work as a choir conductor with one of the top female choirs in Norway. My local newspaper did a piece on me a few years ago. They labeled me hjernedirigent, a brain conductor, because I have a master's in experimental psychology. I published a scientific paper on intuition in problem solving where we used magic tricks. Knowing psychology has been quite an advantage because it helps me steer you towards the decisions I want you to make without realizing it. In Norway, it's quite a small magic community, but a lot of us work together really tight. Norwegians tend to be somewhat reserved, but I have some tricks up my sleeve.
With a randomly selected member of our studio audience, please welcome Norway's Hedney.
Yes, thank you. And thank you both so much for joining me. You know, as a magician, I sometimes have to just trust my gut instinct or intuition. But I wonder, for you, do you trust your intuition, Alison?
Yes.
Perfect, so you'll be great for this. Could you please just think of any of the 4 suits in a deck of cards, okay? Don't let me influence you, but just follow your... And you, sir, would you please think of a value to go with her suit? Okay,
Sure.
Just keep those in mind for now, and let me show you something. This is a deck of marked cards. Now, I'm telling you that it's marked because, well, you can see it. The cards are marked on the back with numbers from 1 through 52. I did that. They're marked on the front as well, you see, as per usual. The factory did that. Now, Alison, what suit are you thinking of?
Clubs.
Clubs, okay. And your value, sir?
10.
10. So the 10 of clubs. Okay. You don't want to change your mind or anything like that?
I'm good.
I have to say, I do not envy those closest to you. Sorry, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because later tonight, in the middle of the night, you'll wake up kicking yourself, screaming. Why didn't I say anything but the clubs or the 10? But hey, that's your life. Okay. Now, we also need a number, so Alison, would you please just call out any random number, whatever feels right, from 1 through 52?
Oh, 33.
33. Perfect. You don't want to change your mind or anything like that?
Nope.
Again, I do not envy those closest to you.
They're used to it, so it's fine.
Yeah, but it's not just gonna happen tonight, because the next night as well, you'll wake up kicking yourself, screaming, why didn't I change my mind?
Yeah.
So the 10 of clubs, let's start here, the 10 of clubs right there.
Yes.
And as you can see, that's the only 10 of clubs in the entire deck. And then we had the number 33, right? Okay, 33, so... let's see here. Oh, there you go, 33. So, using your intuition, the two of you have created this unique snapshot right here. Had any of you done anything different, this would never exist.
Yeah.
Okay, I should explain. Earlier, I used my intuition. And I removed 2 cards from this very deck, and I placed one face up like so and the other with the numbers side up, creating my own snapshot, which was photographed and printed. And this picture has been here the entire time, and I haven't touched it. Now, wouldn't it be amazing if that picture matches your unique snapshot?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Be a cool trick, yeah. I mean, the more astute amongst you have, though, probably observed that there is one more thing that's sort of off here, because this should actually be facing upwards, and this should be with the number side up. So then it would all look like this. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming on.
Wow! Ladies and gentlemen, Hedney! Oh, that was very impressive. So have you always done close-up magic?
For a while, I actually went on to do illusions, but I realized that lugging them around is really, really hard work. And this, and mind reading, which is what I do the most, is only requires this. So as long as I have this, I'm good to go.
Yeah. And so you're like a huge deal in Norway. I mean,
You'll have to ask the other Norwegians about that.
I know one, and I asked, and yes.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah. A couple of years ago, I went on the Norwegian Magic Championship, and I won the first prize in stage magic. So I'm still the reigning champion in stage magic in Norway.
That's amazing.
That's kind of cool. Thanks. Yeah.
All right, well, let's see if you get to take a Fool-Us trophy home to Norway. Gentlemen.
Wow, what a really beautiful trick.
Thanks.
Before I get to any of the code words or any of that, I want to talk abstractly about a really important thing in magic, that this is the best example I think we've ever seen on the show. And that is that people try to figure out the trick that they saw, not the trick that you did. It's a really important point. When people think back on the trick, they think back on what they saw, then they try to put it back together. And when we first saw that, afterwards, the trick that we saw, we could not figure out. It was impossible. And the brilliant thing about this routine is that you made us see a trick that didn't actually happen. And it's amazing because the props are still laid out there. It's all crystal clear, nothing is gimmicked, totally clean, and the story is laid out there, but the story you gave us is a different story than the one we remember. And Teller and I had to walk all the way back and say, what the hell did he really do? Because what everybody in the world thinks you did and what you actually did are 2 different things, very thinly separated, but one is impossible to figure out, and the other one, we think we did.
Did that make sense to you?
Did.
So they saw through your trick?
They saw through me. Through the veil. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, though. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Sure. Hedney! Not enough magic for you? I agree. We'll show you another fantastic performer when we come back. You found Fool-Us. Can our next magician find a trophy from Penn and Teller? Let's find out.
Hi, my name is Vincenzo Ravina, and I'm from Nova Scotia, Canada. You might call me a jack of all trades and a master of some. I'm a writer, I teach English online, I'm a magician, and I make t-shirts. I got into magic quite young, started doing birthday parties, and they would heckle me a lot. So I stopped doing magic for a while, and I came back to it in the past 3-4 years. I mainly perform at a bar down the street at their open mic nights. When I do magic now, as opposed to when I was a kid, I'm a lot better at handling the hecklers. Plus, if you perform at open mic, you get a free beer. Tonight, I hope to go away with a trophy instead of a free beer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the magic of Vincenzo Ravina.
My name is Vincenzo Ravina, and I'm here to show the world my new invention. Mind-reading glasses. Don't be jealous. I brought enough for everyone. Audience, please reach under your seats. Put on your mind-reading glasses now. And Penn and Teller, you too. Looking good. Now we're ready to read minds. Allison, would you help me? Thank you so much. Allison?
Yes.
I'm a big fan.
Thanks.
I have to warn you, I and 500 members of our audience here tonight are going to attempt to probe your mind.
Oh, dear. Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I'm a little nervous.
Well, I can assure you it's perfectly safe. Can I put this perfectly safe helmet on your head?
I guess.
All right, put it right here. And if you could do up the safety buckles.
Oh, yeah, because that'll help. Okay.
This is the thought transmitter. It's going to amplify and broadcast your thoughts. But don't worry, we're not going to look at your secrets. We're going to use ESP cards. Designed almost 100 years ago and still the best method known to science to test the ability to read minds. Each card has a very simple shape on it, which makes for a very simple thought, which makes mind reading easier. We've got the circle, the plus sign, the 3 wavy lines, the square, and the star. Allison, would you mix those up so that none of us have any idea what order they're in? And then put them on the table when you're done? Okay. Take a look at whatever the top card is, but don't let anyone else see, and hold the card to your chest, and then I'll turn around.
Okay.
You're thinking of the shape. Audience, probe Allison's brain. I'm not getting anything. Oh, so stupid. I forgot to turn this thing on. Just a second. There. Now this is gonna work.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I feel it.
Yes. All right. Allison,
Yes.
could you also go like this? It really helps a lot. Yes. Exactly. It's coming through clear as day. Audience, look at the thought transmitter, and on the count of 3, call out the shape Allison's thinking of. 1, 2, 3. Wow. The psychic energy in this room is awesome. Allison, are you in fact thinking of the square?
Yes.
Show everyone. We can move on from these 5 simple shapes to a much more difficult test.
Okay.
During the break, we had 100 members of our audience draw anything they wanted on a little slip of paper and put it in that box. That box has been in the lap of an audience member this entire time and never in my control. Isn't that right? All right, could you pass that up to me, please? Thank you. So let's take a look at a few of these. There's a few in there. So let's see here. We have someone drew a little house with a smoking chimney.
That's a nice
That's
drawing.
nice. Yeah. And somebody drew a spider, which is creepy. The point is, the drawing could be just about anything. And Allison, so far, you've been the pitcher. Now you're going to be the catcher. So you're going to wear the mind-reading glasses, and you're going to read Teller's mind. Teller, would you mind coming up here and helping out? Thank you so much. And for Teller. Teller, may I? Sorry. And could you do the safety buckle, please? Perfect. So, Teller, I want this to be above board, so I'm gonna get you to pick out any of these drawings that you like. Pick one out. That one right there? Okay. Don't let anyone else see it, but take a look at it, concentrate on it, and get ready to send that thought. Allison, put on your mind-reading glasses now. Let the cloud of thought around Teller's head resolve itself into a single clear image. Allison?
Yes.
Yes or no, are you receiving something?
Yes.
Perfect.
I don't think it's the right thing, but I am.
Allison?
Yeah.
What is Teller thinking of?
Well, what I can say on television is butterfly.
Are you thinking of a butterfly? Show everyone. Let's give it up for the incredible mind-reading Allison Hannigan and Teller. Thank you so much, Teller.
Thank you. Vincenzo Rovina. Did you make that helmet yourself?
I did.
Looks like a bomb.
I was actually a little worried having this in my luggage, bringing it here.
Yeah.
But TSA completely did not inspect it.
Oh.
They actually, strangely enough, inspected the box, the cardboard box. They inspected that, not the helmet.
And you're from Nova Scotia?
That's right.
I love Nova Scotia.
You've been?
I have.
Oh, fantastic.
And everybody was so excited that, like, Americans were there, or they appeared to be. They're like, how'd you hear about us? And I was like, well, you're on the map.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. But it's a small part of the map. It's easy to miss.
I mean, we should stop talking about it because now everybody's going to go. But it was
yes.
really lovely.
Don't spoil our beautiful coastline by coming.
Yeah. All right, it's time to go to the boys. Boys.
Vincenzo, the question here is only how greedy are you? That's the only question. You have gotten an entire audience to wear stupid 3D glasses. I think you've accomplished your goal here. That's a fabulous, fabulous thing, including us. You got the host of the show to wear stupid 3D glasses. Beautifully done. And a hat, yes, that's what I'm saying. You got so much out of this. And one of the things that's so interesting about all those pictures, especially from the 50s, of the whole audience wearing 3D glasses, is there's the conformity, you know, that all the glasses are, almost all the glasses are exactly the same. That's what looks so beautiful when you're looking over that whole thing. But you know, as we watched this and saw it and loved every step of it and the hat and everything, at the end, just like Allison, we saw the light.
Did that make sense to you?
It did, and it makes me regret my decision to not wear my tinfoil hat while they were deliberating.
Well, thank you, Vincenzo Rovina. Stick around because when we come back, it'll be time for Penn and Teller. But this next trick involves a chunk of our studio audience, a special guest, and one person sitting at home. So here to close the show are Penn, Teller, and a bunch of you.
Yeah, a bunch of you. Now, we're all gonna do a trick together for one person who's not even here in the theater. So Teller has handed out to 52 of you these envelopes. Now, all of you that are standing up have an envelope. Now, they all look pretty much the same, but in the dot of the question mark, they all have the name of a card. Like this one is the 3 of clubs. So right now, if you get an envelope, don't open it, but just look in that dot and see what card you have. And this trick is called multiple outs, because really sneaky magicians do this thing where they have multiple endings to the trick they don't know in advance. So one of you will have the card that the person we call selects. If that person picks the card that you have, you keep standing. All the 51 of you that don't have that card will sit down. So we'll have one person who's standing who has the card that is selected. Now, we're gonna call somebody, and to call that person, we have our buddy and star of CW's In the Dark, Rich Sommer. Hey, Rich, how you doing,
Penn.
baby?
Very well.
Now,
Good to see you.
you are not going to believe how little you are going to do in this trick.
Oh.
You're really just picking the person we're going to do it for at home.
Okay.
Now, I want to make sure this is all out in front. We've already asked you to take your phone, put it on our Wi-Fi, and we've asked you to text a friend and tell them nothing except we're going to do a trick with them, and then we're going to put them up on the screen. Is that right?
He doesn't even know some of that. But
Okay. Could I have your phone,
Yes, absolutely.
if you will? And who are we calling?
we're going to call my best friend from growing up, Matt. His parents took us to our first Penn and Teller show when we were 13.
Oh,
So,
really?
yes,
Wow. Why don't
I've
you
seen
call him and I'll
Okay.
take the phone from you, and then
Okay.
you can just sit down and watch us work.
Okay,
And
sounds
you got to do this. Is Matt here. We're going to call Matt. Hey, Matt, this is Penn Gillette, Penn and Teller. Rich told you that we were going to call, but he might not have told you we're going to put you up on the screen. Do you have pants on? Are you decent? Can we put you up on the screen?
Sure, yeah. I'm
Okay,
wearing
good.
pants.
Let's put you up on the screen there. And now we're going to everybody say hi to Matt. Say hi to Matt. Matt, you're up here on our screens here. We're all set to go. They're all looking at you. We're gonna do a card trick for you, Matt. And you can name any card you want, but think carefully, because we're gonna blow your mind on this. So I don't want you saying later that I manipulated you, or I did something, or I leaned into something. Really feel like you had a free choice, Matt. Just name any card in a standard deck of 52.
All right. 8 of diamonds.
8 of diamonds. Okay, no special significance to you, is that right? You just
No, not
picked
at
it
all.
at random. And where are you right now, Matt?
I'm in the bathroom of my basement.
That's more information I needed. I wondered what state.
Oh, I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota. And you just thought of the 8 of
You got
diamonds.
it.
Now, we couldn't possibly know that you picked the 8 of diamonds, but we set something up for you that I think you're gonna find pretty remarkable, Matt. We have one person in the audience who, before we called you, we had stand up and gave an envelope to, and that is Karen. We had Karen stand up before we even called you, and we gave her an envelope. Now, this is Karen right here. Hello, Karen.
Hi.
Now, please.
Hi, Matt.
Answer everything completely honestly. Before we even called Matt, we had you stand up, is that right?
Correct.
And we gave you that envelope.
Yes.
And you have not opened it, is that right?
Not open.
So,
No.
Karen, for the first time right now, would you open that envelope? There'll be one card in there, one card only. Pull it out, show it to Matt, please. Turn it around. The 8 of diamonds, and show it on camera right there. The 8 of diamonds right there, Matt. The 8 of diamonds. But you know something, Matt? You were 13 years old. You went to see Penn and Teller. You went with your buddy Rich, and now you're kind of left out of something that everybody else knows. And I want to bring you up to speed so you're on equal footing with everybody. Okay, Matt? Everything Karen said was true, completely true. But we didn't tell you everything.
Okay.
Karen was standing up before the show, but so were 51 other people. 51 sat down. If you have an envelope, just hold up the envelope. Hold up the envelope right there. See? They all have envelopes, and if you picked a different card, it would have just been a different person. Like if you'd picked, for instance, the 9 of clubs. Stand up. If you picked the 9 of clubs, it would have been this person here. And what's your name?
Chris.
Chris. And I would have asked you, you've been standing up the whole time, and he would have been, because he wouldn't have sat down. And I would have asked if you'd open the envelope, and you would have said no, right? Yeah. And he's telling the truth completely, just like Karen. And then you would have opened the envelope, Chris, and then read what it says on the one card that's in there. Would you please?
This is not the chosen card. Wow, Penn and Teller fooled us.
It says, this is not the chosen card. Wow, Penn and Teller fooled us. You picked the 8 of diamonds, it was Karen, but if you picked the 9 of clubs, it wouldn't have been right. It would have been wrong. As a matter of fact, the rest of the 50 of you, would you all open your envelopes, please, right now? There's only one card in each of your envelopes. Would all 50 of you just open up your envelopes and pull out the one card that's in there? And would all 50 of you together, slowly, loudly, and in unison, please read what it says on the one card in your envelope?
This is not the chosen card. Wow, Penn Teller fooled us.
Only Karen had your chosen card, the 8 of diamonds. I think we fooled you, Matt. Here's your buddy, Rich. And thank you so much,
Thank
Rich.
you.
Was that too hard work for you?
No, I did it.
You did a fine job right there. Beautifully done, thank you.
I have a card that says, wow, Penn Teller fooled me. And I got another card that says, we'll be back next week with more amazing magic. Good night from Las Vegas.